today's episode, we've got AntiHero Magazine's Mike Kennedy talking to Art of Dying frontman Jonny Hetherington.
Best Won't Do. That'd be a great track to open up an album with.
Yeah, that's what we thought too, man. When we got to that one in the studio, we were just like, we all pretty much said that's got to be the first song on the record, man. It's just like, it's got that, if you're driving, it'll make you pull over and stop.
Yeah, well, and I was listening to it. I actually had to drive, so I was listening to it. I went about 70 miles north of Kansas City, and I was playing the new record for my girlfriend, and she loves you guys, by the way. I have to throw that in there.
That's
but
cool.
She was listening, and she's like, "This is good. This is really good." I'm like, "Yeah, it's like great, right?" So, and it seems like man, those first three, Best Won't Do, Rise Up, Tear Down the Wall, those are all, they just like there's like boom, boom, boom. They all just hit right there. So, tell me about working with David Bendeth.
It was great, man. He's an all-in kind of producer, so he's there every day. As long as the band is, pretty much till 3 or 4 in the morning every night. So,
right.
Yeah, he just got very involved, and he gives you the feeling that he really cares about your record and cares about music, this type of music specifically. He really cares about the future of this heavy hard rock and metal, and so it was just a cool thing for us to have a guy that was so into it, and never satisfied, he's kind of never puts down the paintbrush, just keeps going every day and trying to improve things, and drove us a little bit nuts from time to time, but he definitely pushed us to our limits, and I think he got performances that reflect that.
Who do I turn to and what do I do? I'm looking for answers, the lies and the truth. I thought I knew better, but I don't know shit. It's gotta be out there, something better than this. I'm caught in the middle of life, somewhere in the middle of love. Nothing's gonna change till I break these chains and I tear down the wall.
Tell me about working with Dan Donegan from Disturbed.
Well, Dan's been our champion since day one. He signed us to his label for Vices and Virtues. He ended up producing the back half. He produced half the album of Vices and Virtues. So we've worked with Dan a lot, and he's just all work ethic, very serious about music, very serious about getting the best sounds possible. And when we had when Tavis was working on the guitar solo for Rise Up, we all, I think Tavis came up with the idea, like, this would be a great battle because it really goes back and forth. And of course, our first call was Danny, and just asked him if he wanted to play on it, and he did, which was great. And then he came out and actually froze his ass off in a snowbank with us for the video.
What does 2016 hold for you guys?
We're stoked that the album's finally out. It's coming out at a time where we're just going into the Christmas holidays, so I think it's really going to be a fresh year for us, to go out and tour our balls off in support of the album.
Yeah, well, man, I can't wait for you guys to come to Kansas City for sure. So I will. I'll be right up front there. My daughter
one of our favorite stops.
Well, my daughter met you guys at Rockfest a couple of years ago, and when I told her that I was going to talk to you today, she went down and got the picture that you guys took with her, and she's like, "Dad, they were so nice to me." And I'm like, "Well, yeah. I mean, I guess she just caught you guys walking across the field from the second stage back to the autograph tent there at Liberty Memorial." So
we love the fans. We love people in general that support music, and it's without people coming out to Rockfest and filling Liberty Memorial and filling every farmer's field in North America. Without those people, there's nothing. There's no point in being on the stage. So whenever we can, we still just get out in the crowd and say hi to people, and we're there as musicians and music fans as well, right?
Late at night, I wake up from the cold. Another fight, yeah, we broke the mold. You were right, but I needed you to know. All I want is everything.
Tell me about everything, man. That song is that song really touched me when I listened to it, and it's a nice change of pace right in the middle of the album. I mean, it's a really good song.
Thanks, man. Yeah, we've had that one. We've had that one around for a bit. It was written in our dressing room when we were on tour with Disturbed. So there's a lot of memories from that tour, and those guys were playing their set that night, and you can actually hear on the voice recorder on my phone. You can hear them playing while we're writing it. It's pretty cool.
Really, that's awesome. Yeah, it's just a great tune.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's one of those ones that came naturally, Greg started playing a guitar riff in the dressing room on his acoustic, and I started singing over top, and the chorus was pretty much done, out of our first kind of feelings of how it should go. And then I came home from tour and wrote the rest. I was just going through a really rough night with my significant other at the time, and it was just an all honest struggle that I was going through in that moment, and literally walking the streets and trying to figure out my life, and I think that's why it comes off so. We've all been there, right? So it comes off.
Oh yeah,
pretty real.
And when you can write songs like that, because I've played in several bands here in town, and you write something that just it flows so easily, you know it's going to be good.
Yeah, those are the good ones. Seems like that's always the way,
Oh yeah.
If you ask me the same thing about Die Trying or Get Through This or Rise Up, any of those songs, they just came out real quick. It's not a big struggle.
Yeah. Well, and those are all, I'm really impressed with the new record, man. I mean, I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything. It's really good, and I think that 2016 is going to be good for you guys for sure. I know your fans here in the Midwest are ready to see you guys again.
Yeah, man, us too. We're ready to be out there, and thanks for the compliment. I know you're a musician too, right? So
yeah, I play the bass guitar. So I like the bass breaks in some of the songs, man. I get to hear that,
Yeah.
So
we really tried to step it up musically. I think we wanted to make a record that everyone could relate to, but also that musicians kind of could listen to and be interested by it. Go back and rewind and say, "Fuck, how did that go again?" Like that's
right,
a pretty
yeah.
cool part.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, hey, thanks for the interview. Thanks for taking time out of your Monday, Johnny. Good luck to you in 2016, brother.
Right on, man.
I hope everything goes good for you guys this year. I'm excited.
Cool, man. We'll see you in Kansas City.
All right, brother. Take care.